Factor the polynomial completely. If it is not factorable, write prime. So, for this polynomial, let's look first. Anytime you're factoring, you want to look if you can factor out a greatest common factor. So I'm looking for 17, negative 15. There's no extra x's, so no, there's not a greatest common factor. So in this case, what we're going to do is the rainbow method. The rainbow method, what you do is you multiply the first term by the last term. So this is why it's the rainbow method. See? Little rainbow. We'll have 4 times negative 15, which gives us a negative 60. Now we're going to look for factors of negative 60 that add up to this middle term of positive 17. So because it's negative 60, that tells us one term has to be negative, one has to be positive. So we'll have 1 and 60, 2 and 30. We can kind of see these aren't going to work. They're going to be too far apart. 3 and 20, ooh, there's a possibility. 4 and 15, 5 and 12, 6 and 10, and I think that's going to be it. Okay, so let's try 17. We know one has to be negative, one positive. So we can do negative 3 plus 20. And there we go. That gives us 17. Negative 3 plus 20. Notice when it has to come out positive, the bigger number here has to be positive. So what we'll do is we'll take those and we're going to rewrite this equation to 4x squared minus 3x plus 20x minus 15. Notice negative 3 and 20, it's the same equation. Those still add up to positive 17, but we're just rewriting it. Okay, now what we can do is we're going to do our factoring by grouping. We're going to look at these two separate ones. So 4x squared minus 3x, what's the greatest common factor there? The biggest that we'll factor out of both of those. The numbers 4 and 3, nothing there, but we can see we can take an x out. So we'll have x and then 4x minus 3. Okay, positive 20x minus 15. Well, in this case, no variables, but we can do a positive 5. 20x divided by 5, we'll get 4x. Negative 15 divided by 5, we get a negative 3. And yay! We got the same 4x minus 3's in both. Very good sign. So we can see, okay, we'll factor the 4x minus 3 out of both this term and this term, and we'll be left with x plus 5. Okay, and that's how we're going to factor it. So rainbow method, multiply the first and the last, find factors that will add up to that middle term, and then factor by grouping.